Hello, so today I'm gonna show you the new Trident mod I got yesterday. This is a copy I bought from a Chinese website, and this isn't 100% exactly the same. The holes here and here, they are not really aligned with the piece inside. If you line this hole, it doesn't get aligned with this one, so we have to put kind of half and half. So this is a bummer. Another annoying thing is that for this hole to be in the center, you need to leave a little gap here. If you close down, it will go even lower, the hole, so that's annoying. But apart from that, it's great. Here's the inside. It came pretty weak. Now it's showing 1.3 ohm. Yesterday I was showing 0.7 ohms. The other one's not really working anymore, so I'm gonna rebuild this today and show you how I do it. I'm no expert, I'm still a beginner on all this, so just keep that in mind. If I do something wrong, it's just how I know how to do it. So here I have my mechanical mods that I bought less than a month ago. This is also a Chinese copy. I didn't see why I should spend more if it's nearly the same. Everything I get is Chinese copy. I just don't want to spend the money of the original one, and they all work fine. Today we're gonna do a micro coil with a 28 gauge Kenthal. Let's start. So here the two pieces of Kenthal, just one loop, it's enough. And before I start making micro coil, I like to burn it using a small torch. I find it easier to wrap around with the burner after you burn it. So after burn, you can see you can't really see, but it's a bit darker color. Now it's gonna, when you wrap around the screwdriver or whatever you're gonna use, it's much easier and it's gonna stay there. I don't really have the proper tools to do this, so I'm gonna be using a 2mm Phillips screwdriver to do the microcoil, and I'm gonna turn this about 11 times on here. You wanna keep a small amount before it and then use this little corner here. 10. Let's do a 10 this time. So after you do this, you take it out and you see here what I do now. I get something flat. Here it's not 100% flat, but it's fine. Now you blow this with the torch. I like to do before I put on the mod and heat it up, because it's gonna hold better the whole process. So after finish, you should come up with 2 microcoils. They're not perfect, but it's fine. So now we're gonna start to disassemble this one here. So I'm trying to figure what's the best way to do this. I think I'm gonna leave the little hole there, so I can put the wire easily. Now we'll get this first one with 1.6mm like this. Wire is a bit long, so let's cut a bit here. Alright, so put as close as possible. And when you close, not too tight. If you wanna move later, first one. Now the second one. So after you finish cutting, you should have something like this, and all you have to do now is make sure the coil isn't touching the bottom or anything. So in this case this one is touching, so you just get a screwdriver and adjust it. Something like this. This looks good now. Now we're gonna test the ohm and to see how it is. I'm hoping there is good ohm, lower than maybe 0.8 or something. Yep, 0.7 ohm. That's perfect. That's exactly how much I was hoping for. We cannot burn on the Vemo V2 because the lowest it can go is 1.2. That's the reason why I bought the mechanical mode, because there's no chips inside, so no way to measure it. That's why you have to, before you put on this one, make sure it's not touching so you don't short your thing. That's really good. It doesn't really focus here. But see how it's starting. It's a bit blurry. From the middle. I heard that's what you're supposed to want, from the red to glow from the middle. I don't know why, but it's good. So now it burns well. I'm happy with it. Now we're gonna put the cotton. I'm using organic cotton. We want the pieces. People do different ways. Some people will wash this first, but I never had an issue with it. If it's organic, it's supposed to be clean, because you're using to usually need to be clean and sterilized for the applications that you're using, so that's why I don't wash it. You want to be fluffy, but you want to be very small. Now let's try this. So after you're able to, what I like to do is I spin here if it needs to, and I will push it and lay out here. Something like this for now, it's fine. Or two sides like this. People do different way. I don't like to leave it much like this. Now this one I'm gonna move it here, and this one here. This will it will cover a bit the coils from each side. I find that it helps. So after you have this, if you're using cotton, you shouldn't dry burn because it's gonna cut on fire. I tried this before and it did cut on fire. Get some juice. I make all myself. I think it's cheaper to buy. I like it 100% glycerin. I don't really like the kick on my throat, and so let's make this very wet. I noticed that if you don't wash the cotton, the first times that you burn it, there is a cotton flavor, which is quite annoying. But after a while, after a few hits, the cotton flavor is gone. This looks great. So now let's test it out. That is nice. Now let's put this guy here. So this was my first build on this Trident. Nice bait. Let's try a different hole here. Nice. Thanks for watching.